Alrighty, so I was recommended to watch this, a video about Marzinsky's father, Nijinsky. I don't know much, or pretty much anything about Nijinsky, but I'm ready to learn. Why are they in slow motion? I respect it though, look at the speed.
Earlier this century, a dancer would become a legend in his lifetime. Promised on his deathbed to return to Earth as a stallion. His name was Nijinsky.
So was Nijinsky? He was a Triple Crown winner. That's all the information I have on him so far. And also being Marzinsky's father.
At the moment, one from last, just in front of Meadowville.
He's a very fine, strong, powerful individual.
Nijinsky coming to pulverize him. Nijinsky from Sassara.
And Nijinsky coming up on the outside. He's drawing up level. Lester's going to have to get at him. It's going to be a close thing. Nijinsky is a big horse.
So I believe this is a cut from a documentary. I don't know what it's going to cover, but I hope it covers all of Nijinsky's history because I want to know about him.
Charlton is with him. Nijinsky now just coming out, and at the moment Lester hasn't asked him to have it. He's from just behind Charlton, and an easy winner of the derby. Nijinsky the winner. Cheers, second.
In this group of horses carrying the green, lemon, and red colors of one of the richest men in the world is the most valuable horse in history. The fastest horse over a distance England has ever seen. A horse that brought together in his career England, Ireland, Canada, and the United States.
Oh, he was a
horse that in
unifier.
1 year became a legend. A horse called Nijinsky.
Oh, look at him go.
Nijinsky became the first horse for 35 years to win the three great races of the English Triple Crown. In September 1968, when he flew here to the Irish stables of Vincent O'Brien, he was worth the $84,000 paid for him. In 2 years, he multiplied that value by at least 77 times. And much of the credit must go to O'Brien and his staff, who have, from Tipperary, earned themselves...
Wait, did they say they paid $86,000 for him and he made 77 times that amount? And this was what, like in the 80s or 70s? That was a lot of money back then.
The reputation of running one of the best racing stables in Europe. Trainer Vincent O'Brien.
There was a moment when I was definitely worried about him. Again, due to his temperament.
Oh, he was an angry boy.
With patience and the good boys that I have here, particularly two.
He does look angry,
riders,
just trotting there.
They, as I say, and with patience, eventually persuaded the horse to take things a little easy and accept life as he was meant to accept it.
But this is only part of the training. For a yearling, there's much to learn. The rein, the bit, the bridle, the saddle, more than simply learning to run fast. First comes the ABC of racing, getting used to handling a bit.
You know, I never really thought about that. You can't just get a horse, slap a saddle on them, and run. Or race, rather. You have to train them to kind of accept it and to allow a rider to be on them. And I guess to help their temperament. That's really interesting. I never really considered that. Because in my mind, oh, you just get a horse, you slap a saddle on it, and then you start running and it gets used to it over time. But no, it's probably not that easy.
Instructions. And here in the lunging ring, being taught the discipline of the bridle. This is what the care and patience is all about. 2 short minutes of finely tuned speed at the racetrack. The Dewhurst Stakes at Newmarket, Nijinsky's first English race, the only real test by which trainer, owner, and racing manager alike can judge whether the gamble in money, time, and planning has paid off. This was where the great partnership between Lester Piggott, the finest jockey of his day, and Nijinsky, the finest horse of his day, began.
Ooh, I'm ready. I'm excited. Yeah, a little sad though. The term for that is horse breaking. Oh, right. Because it's called like breaking their spirit or whatever. To, I guess, domesticate them. I have heard that term before. Nijinsky right there. Oh, he's taking the lead. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Look at that. Easy win.
E.P. Taylor bred Nijinsky.
Well, it'd be pretty hard to choose between Nijinsky and his sire, Northern Dancer.
Trainer Vincent O'Brien.
Oh, Northern Dancer. That's also one of the parents to many of the Umas I have learned in the game.
And I went from there to Saratoga, where I met Mr. Engelhard, and said that I'd seen the horse he'd asked me to go specifically to see and advised me not to buy him. But I said that there is
Or if not the outright parent, but at least in their lineage.
a colt there by Northern Dancer, out of Flaming Page, and I said, I think that's the horse you ought to buy. And that turned out to be Nijinsky.
And they're off. And as they start to settle down, Nijinsky is well away, so too is Interceptor. On the far
This was
side,
Nijinsky's first big race, 1970. The 160-year-old 2,000 guineas run at Newmarket, where Charles II started racing in 1665. All O'Brien's planning had been directed at this race, the first race of the English Triple Crown. Run over a mile, the Guineas is a very fast race. The two races still to come, the Derby and the St. Leger, are much longer and therefore require stamina as well as speed. But for Nijinsky, carrying green, yellow, and red colors, this was a baptism of fire, racing against some of the fastest 3-year-olds in Europe.
Yellow got on the rails, Nijinsky.
So he already pretty much started off as just being a powerhouse. He didn't even have to like build up. He just came right out the gate, a firebrand, huh?
Cruising up beside him with Amber Armour on the outside, coming under pressure. Hunter Coombe is running on quite well on the far side, but with a quarter mile to go as they run down into the dip, is Nijinsky coming through almost on a tight rein from Yellow God on this side, and Amber
Yeah, he's
Armour,
holding.
then Hunter Coombe, Joshua running on strongly on the far side. They're coming up the hill out of the dip now.
Go,
and
go,
it's
go.
Nijinsky from Yellow God, but no danger whatever to the favourite, just having to be shaken up. Nijinsky from Yellow God, Amber Armour,
Oh, he's got it.
Nijinsky's the winner, Yellow God second, Varsole third, then Amber Armour.
I know I've also been told that a lot of these older horses, since the breeding wasn't as intricate as it is now, a lot of the older horses were underperforming compared to especially nowadays.
Nijinsky's pedigree is impeccable. He is related directly to most of the greatest horses of the century. This, for example, is the English Derby of 1933, won by his great-great-grandsire, Hyperion. This tough little horse ran under the colors of Lord Derby, whose ancestor,
Ooh, look
the
at that
12th
one
Earl,
go.
started the English Derby in 1780.
Oh, the poor
Hyperion
little
later became the
backliners.
greatest stallion of the century. Mahmoud was another great-great-grandsire. The Derby of 1936, which this grey won, still stands as the fastest time recorded at Epsom. Only his great-great-grandson, Nijinsky, has seriously challenged it, coming within less than a second 34 years later on a course which regular watering and dressing makes theoretically 5 seconds slower.
Oh, he almost beat his own grandpa. You know, it's really fascinating watching these old races. It's almost like traveling back in time, back in the olden days. Look at him go.
The American side of his family
Then again, I could just be an old man reminiscing. Either or.
is equally impressive. This is the 1935 Kentucky Derby, won by another great
Wait, 1935? Did I hear that correctly?
of his family is equally impressive. This is the 1935 Kentucky Derby, won by another great-great-grandsire, the blinkered Omaha. Omaha went on to win the American Triple Crown. Not as great an achievement as the English, for the American Crown does not test both speed and stamina to the same degree, but still, a feat rarely achieved.
They do look super powerful.
Native Dancer, Nijinsky's grandsire, nearly won all three, but was beaten into second place in the Kentucky Derby of 1953.
Oh, man. Lost in the final moment. Shame.
Nijinsky's line also includes Nyarko, who sired 485 foals, over half of them winners. His sire, Northern Dancer, the leading all-time Canadian money winner. And Flaming Page, his dam, who with Northern Dancer also produced Minsky, currently at O'Brien's and an early fancy for the English Classics of 1971. In Nijinsky, the influence
Those are some strong-looking horses.
of these great horses comes together. In the King George and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, he met horses of all ages for the first time. Among them Blakeney, the winner of the 1969 Derby, and Carabas, the winner in 1969 of the famous Laurel International in America. After this race, champion jockey Lester Piggott said, "He is without doubt the greatest horse I've ever ridden."
Lester Piggott cruising there on Nijinsky. He's being chased by Jeff Lewis on Blakeney, the 1969 Derby winner, but Nijinsky is going on the bit at the moment as they come to the furlong marker. It's Nijinsky going clear, the others
That was a nice pass.
And Blakeney under pressure, but Lester Piggott having no worries with this one at all. He's just cruising home now. He looks over his right shoulder, sees no possible danger. What manner of horse is this? Nijinsky just cantering away with the King George, the 6th and Queen Elizabeth Stakes. Nijinsky the winner, Blakeney is second. Now really only a one-horse here. This was a one-horse race. Coming to the 2 furlong now.
The Irish Sweeps Derby, 1970. Nijinsky is the only horse in history to have won this race as well as the 3 great English classics.
Here comes Nijinsky, possibly
Man.
pulling his way up towards the leader, and it's Nijinsky with less.
I can see why he's such a legend. He's just powerful.
The Piggott challenging at the same time on Meadowville. Nijinsky now is forging ahead from Meadowville, and it's Nijinsky going away from Meadowville. Master Guy's moving into 3rd place, but striding up towards the line. It's
Once he gets the lead, he just does not let go. I see where Marzinski got it from.
Nijinsky clear, effortlessly clear of Meadowville in 2nd place. Master Guy's 3rd, and at the line, that's the result. Nijinsky the winner, Meadowville 2nd, and Master Guy's 3rd.
The thing is to try and find out what a horse's best distance is, and normally stick to that. But then when you get a horse like Nijinsky, well, it seems that he's got to try to prove himself at all distances. I'm sure he has a best distance, but he has such class and such speed that he's going so easily through his various races that he always seems to be able to find a bit extra when required, no matter what the distance.
Does not have the highest prize money, but it is perhaps the toughest race in the world to win.
There's even like a little fair area in this horse racing bit. I saw like that merry-go-round.
The Derby is the most famous of all horse races, the central event in the world's racing calendar. It is also an important event in the Queen's diary.
You already know I'm going to say it. Everyone in chat that knows me already knows what I'm going to say. That's right. The hat and the suit. Respect. The top hat and the suit. I love it.
The racehorse owner herself, and the sport has from the beginning had royal patronage.
Orders. They're off. Tambourine Man just a little bit slow. Long Till the first to show in front, and now Crybaby. It's Crybaby from Long Till, then Montplaisir, then Approval and Meadow.
I didn't know Winning Ticket was in this race.
And then Nijinsky.
It is said that only perfectly formed horses perfectly manage Tattenham Corner.
They're coming round into Tattenham Corner now and rounding the corner into the straight with 3.5 furlongs to go, and Meadowville and Long Till are the leaders. Long Till on the rails, Meadowville on the outside. Shear coming up and moving very strongly indeed on the outside of the leading 3. Great Wall has burst through on the inside. Nijinsky is still there going quite easily.
There he
just behind the
goes.
leaders, and Stintino is coming with a great one on the outside. With a furlong and a half to go now, it's Gio who's taking up the run.
The last burst of speed is one of the things the rigorous Ballydoyle routine has prepared Nijinsky for.
Make his challenge in between them, and with just 150
He's pushing,
yards to go,
pushing
it's
through.
Nijinsky coming away from Gio on the
Go, go, go,
outside.
go, 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 go. Oh, he got it.
It's Nijinsky, an easy winner of the Derby. Nijinsky the winner, Gio second.
Oh, that was good.
Great Wall fourth, Meadowville fifth.
I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. Once he gets the lead, he will not let go.
Then the Swell, then Approval, then Long Till.
Few
It's
horses
really
in history have been
impressive to
able
see.
win at any distance from 6 furlongs to 1.75 miles. Each distance needs different qualities. The Triple Crown is the supreme test of greatness.
Now up comes Nijinsky with Melody Rock and Medeville. These are the last three.
The 1970 St. Leger, the final race of the English Triple Crown.
And so any moment now, the 1970 St. Leger will be run. Under starters' orders. They're off. With
Look at him
Rockroy
go.
just a little bit. Rarity and Windamus are the first to show in front. Rarity and Windamus, followed by King of the Castle. Windamus is the leader from Politico, Melody Rock, Rarity, Charlton and Rockroy. Nijinsky still sitting at the back of the field with half a mile to go. Windamus on the rails, being joined now by
Don't worry, Nijinsky may be in the back, but as soon as he flips the switch, he's gonna fly.
Politico. Nothing between those two. Charlton running on very strongly now, coming up on the outside. Windamus has dropped out of it. With 3 furlongs to go, it's Politico and Charlton, with Nijinsky now moving up just behind Charlton, and Medeville is up there on his outside. With 2.5
Is that him on the
furlongs to go.
outside? It's kind of hard to tell with the old footage.
Nijinsky now just coming out, and at the moment Leicester hasn't asked him anything at all. With 2 furlongs to go,
Well,
Politico
I
on
think
the
I know
far
who's who
rail.
now,
Charlton
with how
leads
fast he's flying.
Nijinsky cruising up on the outside, as smooth as silk, with 1.5 furlongs to go. It's Nijinsky cruising into the lead from Politico, and followed by Medeville now in 3rd place, and then Charlton, 150 yards to go, and this great horse striding home Nijinsky from Medeville, challenging strongly on this side, Politico on the far side, at the post is Nijinsky the winner. Medeville
Man,
third, Charlton fourth, Rockroy
it's so
fifth,
cool to
Rarity
see.
sixth, Melody Rock
Just his
seventh,
speed and
then
power.
Windamus, and finally King of the Castle.
When he decides he wants to take the lead, no holds bar after that.
Longchamp, the hippodrome in the heart of Paris. A capacity crowd to see Britain's greatest horse run in the Prix de Triomphe, coming to be regarded as the most prestigious race in the world.
Oh,
Prizes are huge, so it attracts the best
The
horses
Diddley
of
Arc.
all ages in Europe.
I mean, there's no certainty in a horse race. I mean, they could all be donkeys and still something could go wrong, you know, that would stop him winning the race. Something fall down in front of him and he'd fall over it. Today probably is his greatest test.
Of course, this race today, I mean, you have horses of all ages.
oh man, with this music, I feel like something epic is about to happen.
Only 4 left to go. Nijinsky is to go, Gir is to go, Golden Eagle is to go, and Grandier to go. Now Nijinsky is in, now Golden Eagle, and there's just Grandier to go, and the 15 runners installed, and they'll be off any second now for the 49th Arc de Triomphe, and this is it.
Here we go, the Diddley Arc Triomphe.
And they're off, and the first to show is Golden Eagle, and then Soyer, and Nijinsky still only got 3 behind him, and they're racing down the hill now. Then La Bijoute on the inside, and Lester Pickett moving towards the outside on Nijinsky, sitting very comfortably at the moment, although he's got a lot to do.
Since I don't know much about horses, and I can kind of only use Uma Musume terms, does Nijinsky seem to be more of a pacer? Because I feel like he holds around like 3rd to 4th place and then surges in the end, or would that be considered more of a surger? I don't really know, but it's kind of funny considering Marzinsky was such a powerhouse front leader that Marzinsky would just take off in front of the pack and never give it up.
They've got 3 furlongs to run now in the Arc de Triomphe, and they're racing up towards the line now, and Nijinsky coming on the stand side with a tremendous run, and it's Nijinsky coming to pulverize, and Nijinsky from Sassara, and Nijinsky and Lester Piggott from Sassara, Nijinsky and Sassara, it's a photo finish, it's a photo finish between Nijinsky and Sassara.
Did he take it? I can't tell from this angle. I assume he won.
He was beaten afoot, ostensibly on merit. At first, my first reaction is perhaps he might not have had the best of luck in running. He looked for an opening. It took him 50, 75 yards to find it. He also hung away from the whip in the last 100 yards, either of which manoeuvres could have cost him the foot by which he was beaten.
And Gia making ground on the inside now, and it's Mr. now in the lead from Gia, and then comes Safafra in the centre of the quarter, racing up towards the line now, Nijinsky coming on the stand side with a tremendous
Go.
Nijinsky coming to pulverize, and Nijinsky from Safafra.
Bull Hancock at whose farm in Kentucky, Nijinsky now stands at stud.
Then comes Safafra.
Wow, if he won that, that was impressive. I can't tell though yet because it keeps cutting back and forth.
There was no doubt that he was the best horse in the arc. The form, I think, proved that conclusively. But the arc over the years...
I think he lost, actually. Yeah, he lost. Barely, though. I think that's what, like by a nose? Maybe a head. Let's go back. Yeah, he lost. Oh, that was so close, though.
I think proved that conclusively. But the arc over the years has proved a funny race, as the results have shown, and a hard race to win.
Newmarket, October 1970. The heath at Newmarket, where racing started and where Nijinsky began his career, is to see also his last race, the Champion Stakes. Great horses do much good to racing. Man of War and Kelso in America, Brown Jack, Golden Miller, and Arkle.
This camera angle is very cinematic, but every time the light hits the camera, it blinds me. My poor gremlin gamer eyes. They don't handle bright lights very well.
In Britain. Nijinsky was in the same class. He drew the biggest crowd the course has seen since the war, and not for 35 years has a flat horse been applauded down to the start, as Nijinsky was that day.
On Champion Stakes Day, in his last race, it was obvious in the parade, out on the course, that he had had too much of it. He hadn't shown it before in the walking ring, before the jockeys got up. He was perfectly happy, relaxed, himself. But once he saw the crowds milling around and had to get out there on the course and the cheering, clapping, it all just became too much for him. The
he got
whole
startled.
thing was too long, the year, the tension, everything, and well, I think it just makes sense, doesn't it? People go over the top of the hill just like horses.
Mr. Piggott agrees.
Well, in the Champion Stakes, it was a hell of a crowd milling around him all the time, and I think he just about had enough. It was worse than he'd ever been, really, at Newmarket.
Oh, he's an angry boy. It looks like the crowd and the clapping and all the people startled him. And now he doesn't want to cooperate.
All right, stop loading. Come on, the others, hurry up now. All in, come on.
And they're off. And Lorenzaccio, the first to show. Lorenzaccio in the black with the white chevron and white cap. Hot foot on the outside of that. Then Faraway Sun. Then...
You know, I wonder, if a horse is agitated, would that help them race faster? Or would it maybe be too distracting and interfere with their race? I guess it depends on the horse, right?
Comes Highest Hope, Sweet Mimosa from Ireland. Then Nijinsky with two behind it. And the two behind it are Dictus and finally Chris, the two of the Frenchmen. And now they've gone a furlong and a half. And it's Lorenzaccio in the lead from Faraway Sun, Hot Foot, Highest Hope.
I don't know, it's just one of those things that any horse can get beaten in any race. There is no certainty in the game.
Yeah, I mean, truer words have never been spoken. You might have the strongest and most powerful horse in the world, but you can't win every race. It's just not how it goes.
And so, Nijinsky, in defeat, became a legend. In 5 months, he had written himself into the record book of racing, syndicated as a stallion at over $5 million, the most valuable horse in racing history. The horse that brought the English, French, and Irish public crowding to the racetracks. The fastest horse over a distance in England since the war. The horse we will probably see again, only in his children. The
And we
horse
did.
called Nijinsky.
What a legend. What an absolute legend. That was great. Let's drop a like and a sub. That was amazing.